What's going on, everybody? Hanging out at my new home every day, a couple times a day for the next 30 days. Getting that mulch. Spring vibes, everybody. Boom, busted out. Busted out.
As luck would have it, I've settled into my role as the good guy.
Yeah, we're on the scene now. Still drinking my coffee. So here's the bed we got to start with. That bed takes about 6 scoops altogether. We got this bed. It wraps around the house. So, nothing crazy. This first one was nice, wide open, tossing. Shouldn't be hard. We got more stuff on my agenda today than just this work. Supposed to go on a birthday mission for my soulmate. See if we squeeze all that in. I think we might. Here we go. Y'all ready? Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Elite Landscapes Life Stories. Today's episode, we're going to talk about bed edging techniques, different methods and tools you can use to accomplish this mission. We're also going to talk about the mulch blowing machines, whether it's on the back of a truck or it's the pull behind your truck unit. And we're going to discuss, we're going to drop back in time a little bit, talk about how much mulch that I've done in the past. It's been an amazing experience, learned many life lessons, and I'm trying to pass on all this knowledge to y'all video by video as we go. Dalton and Ian have been over here trimming on these wonderful, beautiful shrubs known as butterfly bushes. Yeah, they're not beautiful right now. As soon as they bloom out, they're gonna be gorgeous. Flowers all over them, butterflies, bees, just wonderful addition to your landscape for sure. Right here in the back of the golf course, beautiful day out. Let's get into these different topics. Alright, everybody has seen me on my past videos using the weed eater to edge these beds here and there. Alright, now that's your first choice to edge beds. Number 2 would be a stick edger or another bed edging small attachment that goes on the end of these weed eaters that we use. The third choice is one of those large bed edging machines. The one I used to use was called the Trench Master, and I'm definitely going to tell y'all some stories about that machine for sure. And number 4 is my favorite, and I call it an edging spade. It's an edging shovel. Alright, it's flat. You'll see here on this bed with the weed eating technique, I'm not just doing your normal mowing weed eating edge. I'm digging into the dirt, biting down hard, and the weed eater itself eats away the weeds and the grass on the edges all the way down to the dirt, just like I would be pulling it. It gets rid of the roots. That was pretty quick. That took about 1 hour to accomplish what y'all just saw. Got these back 2 beds prepped, got those butterfly bushes trimmed back, and a little bit of cleanup done. 1 hour, 3 guys, $160. Yeah, that was not included in the price. The edging was the weed eater, but the trimming and the additional cleanup, we'll just bill that, when we're done with the job. She also wanted the crepe myrtle back there behind me. One on the house right there. Just want to trim that. Get it down. So I'm not sure if I have time for all that today, but it'll definitely get done. Dalton and Ian get ready to clean up all these trimmings down the hill. And then we'll get mulching. That's what I'm getting ready to start doing. So we touched on the weed eater technique. That's the least that you should offer your clients, and I offer that for free. It's quick, it's easy, and it doesn't do that bad of a job. You can tell by the time I'm done with this whole project, the bed edges look pretty darn good for just a weed eater going through. The second technique would be the stick edger, the blade on it. Now, I'm a little bit weary of using those around HOA properties and homeowners. I mean, anything that has underground cables, internet systems, and wires going to the house or the building. Yeah, you're taking a big risk using that blade attachment. So, handle with care, boys. The third option is a trench master, the big machine with that nice big engine and a nice big blade.
Say that again.
I'll talk about that soon.
You are doing good. Plus, it's great. You should see it through the camera lens. Looking tight. I know. One tiny little tarp.
Yeah, it is.
No, we're getting it. Woo. That's definitely a workout.
Now, I also know they have new attachments for the weed eaters that have the bed edging angle on it that you can put on them and use. I haven't gotten into that kind of stuff, guys. I got my personal preferences and the way I like to do things. It just has not included purchasing and trying out one of those. Now, if a company wants to give me one to try out, I'll try it out. I'm not against anything new, especially if it's easier. It does just as good a job. That's the whole thing. It's got to look good. We'll talk about the Trench Master here in a second. Let me hit you up with this little challenge I got in store for you boys real quick. You'll like it. See if you can do it yourself when you're out here mulching. Alright guys, my very second video put out, we did a 3 wheelbarrow challenge, mulching challenge, to see which is faster, whether you dump it and rake it or throw it by hand, and the difference that it makes in coverage per wheelbarrow. So we're going to do a little demonstration real quick. I'm not going 100 miles an hour because I'm tired. It's Friday. Yeah, you know. So that was 4 minutes and 9 seconds when I started filming. I walked over there and started doing that. So obviously a much better method when you have big wide open areas. And obviously if we got flowers, plants, sidewalks, not possible. Let's roll, we're knocking it out. The Trench Master, or an Easy Edger. I've never heard of the Easy Edger until I had a comment come in from one of our community brothers. Now, his question was excellent. He asked me why I don't use an edging machine to do all this bed edging that y'all see me doing. And remember, we're only touching the surface of the amount of properties that I got to hit this spring. So a shout out to you. The avatar who threw that comment out was first name. That's right. The avatar goes by first name. Hey, good question, man. So the Trench Master machine, if I'm going to do a brand new bed out here in the open of some fescue grass that has never been landscaped, yeah, I would definitely prefer that nice big machine. It cuts in a nice deep edge at a perfect angle, and the dirt that leaves over, you just rake it out real quick and grab that grass swag that's left over. Pretty simple process, but at the same time, I was a slave to that machine for decades, dragging it up and down these mountain hills on apartment complexes and HOAs, dealing with that big machine, the bulk, the weight, dragging it up and down the hills, fighting the sidewalks. You know, you would hit irrigation pipes, you would hit all those cable lines and internet connections that I mentioned before. Overall, that machine is a pain in the butt, in my opinion. Alright, I can't even use it on these residential properties because many a times the plants and the shrubbery are nice and close to this bed edge. You know, I'll destroy half of that stuff as I move that big machine around the edge of the bed. If you've ever used one, you know what I'm talking about. Another thing is that you can't control the depth of that blade when you're pulling it and dragging it. It's gonna cut the same depth wherever you pull that thing. And that can be extremely bad in certain situations. Yeah. Moving right along to my favorite method, the hand spade. So many different reasons why I love it, and we're going to hit on it. It's perfection. $3:15 Friday. Got another load of mulch on the trailer. Week's almost over, thank goodness. Need a little break. Tomorrow's supposed to be rain/snow, little chaos. I'll be resting in my garage watching it. So we got this bed here. Boy's gonna start on that while I start edging and prepping the rest of the house. And this property, they didn't pay for the shovel deep edging with the spade, so I'm just gonna hit it with a weed eater like you've been seeing me do the other ones. Time to go full speed ahead, boys. So real quick, think about dragging that bed edge machine around this bed right here with these two big beautiful birch trees. Think about all the roots that machine is just going to hack through and cause damage to those mature trees. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of that machine. I'm more into the perfection of the hand spade method. Number one, every house has gas lines now. They have internet connection cables. They have other underground stuff that's going on that you cannot see. And I don't want to get the entire property marked with that marking paint at the beginning of spring. That makes no sense to me to totally make the customer's yard tacky with different colored striped dash lines all through the property just because I want to edge the beds. Now, what I do, I locate the boxes and all, the gas lines going into the home, and I know around those areas that my spade is not going to go deep into that dirt. I can choose the depth of how deep I'm going on these beds depending on what I'm running into, and I can always tell what that spade is hitting. Whether it be an irrigation pipe, it will expose itself before I break it. If I come to a line, it will expose itself before I cut through it. That's just my preferred method because I have total control over it. And yeah, I'm a control freak. I mean, look at the way I'm packing down this edge on this bed. The hand spade, in my opinion, gives you perfection at your own knowledgeable level. You know At least, if you've been out here long enough doing this stuff, you know what you should and shouldn't do with that spade. And you'll see this next bed coming up in the front. It looks like it has a beautiful edge. It was simply done with a weed eater, and it hadn't been done in a long time. Hand spade's where it's at, in my opinion, for my properties. Alright, so leave in the comments below if you've ever had the privilege of using a mulch blowing machine or a mulch blowing truck. The unit that has the big hopper on the back of it. If you have, throw in the comments. Let me know your experiences with it. I used to run a truck that had an 8-scoop hopper on the back of it. Me and one helper could knock out 8 scoops of mulch in 45 minutes once we pulled up on the job site. That would have been amazing on the back bed for sure. You'll see Dalton, the secret to success on some of these beds is called tamping. You get the steel rake, you tamp down the edges, and it makes it beautifully smooth, man. And that any debris that lands in that bed in the future, because of the way that hardwood mulch packs together, you can blow that thing all year long. That edge is not going to be disturbed a bit. There's a little trick for you. Secret. Tamp the first 1-2 feet up on your edge beds nice and lightly, and it helps hold everything in place throughout 32 visits of mowing, weed eating, and blowing. There's this back bed I was talking about. With that mulch blowing truck, I could have knocked that whole thing out in 45 minutes. But those machines, probably like 85, maybe 110,000 if they're sitting on a truck already. And the ones that pull behind your dump truck that you got to shovel into the machine itself, nope. Waste of money. If I'm going to shovel it from the truck into that little machine, I might as well just hit up a wheelbarrow with a couple guys. These are just my opinions, guys. Everybody has their own methods and reasons. I just hit on a few of them. So if you enjoyed this video and you learned anything at all, go ahead and join the community here. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button for us. And if you want to make sure you catch all the videos, hit that notification bell. Because it's spring and I'm already pumping video out after video after video. Plenty more beautiful properties coming up for your enjoyment. Appreciate everybody here. Leave some love in the comments. Show you a beautiful sunset, courtesy of our community members' request, Luciano. Oh yeah, beautiful sunset. He's gonna do the cleanup detail real quick. I'm gonna move the truck. Remember, be kind, love each other, peace. We'll be back next time.